One of the most common questions that's asked when people call is whether or not they should get a fully trained dog or a puppy. And that's a good question, but there's so many different reasons why people get dogs to begin with. So that's what I have to do, is I have to ask, what are you looking for? If you have an immediate need to get a dog that's ready to go for whatever reason, of course you're going to get a trained dog. But if you have the time and the desire to train a puppy, then get the puppy. But then again, you gotta remember, you're gonna need to have time to do that. The dog's gonna be waking up, going to the bathroom when he wakes up. After the puppy eats and sleeps, they have to go outside. So the number one question is, how do I house train my dog? There's so many variables, but with the fully trained dog, you know exactly what you're going to get when you get them. They've got different certifications. When you're looking at getting a trained dog here at Kraftwork K9, we only have dogs that come from Germany. They've been born there, they've been raised in Germany, they've been trained there, and they have these certifications that says they are fully trained. Even if you don't even see the dog, you can trust that the dog's trained. So the first thing they do is they have the temperament test that has to be done by the time they're 9 months old. You'll see that it's all documented where the dog is brought into public places. You have to make sure the dog is firm and sure. Wherever the dog goes, you can trust what the dog does. Then at 1 year old, hips and elbows are evaluated to make sure the dog is physically sound. At that point, what you're going to do is you're going to practice with your dog the Begleiterhund. That's what's called a companion dog title. That's where the dog is certified to go anywhere, anytime, and perform all the obedience exercises. The first one is that you're going to report in front of the judge. Somebody else is going to have their dog 1 meter away, 3 feet away, and you're going to introduce yourself and your dog, and then one dog is going to go on the long down. That handler is going to tell the dog to down, and everything is done off leash. Then the dog is going to be in one place, and the handler is going to be out of sight. The next handler is going to be heeling 50 paces, gunfire, 2 shots to show that the dog is not nervous under gunfire. There's an about turn, there's a fast, there's a slow, there's a normal. Again, regular speeds, and then 2 right turns, about turns, halt, and then you're going to go and heel in a figure 8 with 4 people. Automatically sit when you stop. That's just one exercise. The next is the sit out of motion, 10 to 15 paces, tell the dog sit. Do not give him any handler help whatsoever. It's highly faulty if you're trying to encourage the dog to sit. You would just say sit and keep walking 30 paces, turn around, wait for the judge to tell you to come back, go back to the dog. Now you're going to do the down with recall, 10 to 15 paces, down the dog without any help. The dog must listen, it's very important. Then the dog comes to the front position, then 3 seconds later the dog is required to go from the front position to the heel position. This is only the first part of the Begleiterhund, because the dogs can be what we call field wise. They know they've got the home field advantage. They know what they're going to be doing when they get there. And the judges do know that. So they ask all the handlers to take their dogs, put them in a vehicle, take them to a public place like a shopping mall. And now what they're going to actually do is they're going to tie the dog up in front of a busy doorway. The handler cannot be there to influence the dog in any way. One of the first things they're going to do, they're going to walk a strange dog past that dog. And if that dog shows avoidance, or if that dog shows aggression, the dog fails immediately. They will not tolerate any kind of misbehavior. All by itself, the dog has to show its true character. Then what you're going to do, you're going to take the dog for a walk. You're going to have a bicycle go right by you. You're going to have somebody jogging by you. Once you pass that, then the last time, you're going to have the dog sit, and they're going to ask about 10 to 15 people to walk up on you at one time. The dog cannot ever be nervous. They leave, they come back. When the dog is in the down, the dog needs to be steady and sure. To me, this is the most important thing that a dog needs to qualify. If the dog does not have a BH, I would not try to put a BH on a dog that can't get it. That's what BH is about, to show you the firmness of the dog, the trustability. So when it comes to getting a trained dog, I like to get them fully trained, ready to go, because I know what I'm going to get when I get them. Puppies are a lot of fun, but if I'm looking to go somewhere and I don't have time to train a dog, I'm always going to look for that one that's in front of a licensed judge.